Hey everybody, Dr. K here. Welcome back to Winning in Education. Okay, guys, I don't know if I'm winning in education today, but I got some things going on and I decided to jump on my channel and talk it out because that's what YouTube is for. This is something I think a lot of older educators may be going encountering and maybe don't want to talk about, out loud, but layoffs have started on my job. I'm still in shock. Some amazing people got laid off today. We kind of heard some rumblings, but the notices started going out today at about noon, and then for some unknown reason, our leadership decided that they were not going to turn off everyone's email once they got the notices. These people are like emailing the whole team and saying, "Oh, by the way, I got laid off. I won't see you guys anymore." You can hear the bitterness there. So even though I survived the day, I see the writing on the wall. None of us are safe. They're doing a lot of downsizing, a lot of reshuffling, a lot of demotions, and shifting of pay. You know how they try to demote you and then say, "Oh, you're in a new role, but that role, the top salary, you'll have to take a pay cut." That's where I think I am right now. To be honest, and I guess I should be thankful. This is the first time in my entire career that I faced a layoff. So I'm knocking on wood here. That's a good thing. I've never been laid off, and I'm 56, so it could be worse. I've been looking at some of these layoff videos here on YouTube, and some people have been laid off multiple times. I Let me not say I don't know what that's like, because who knows? Maybe I will know what that is like, but it is super scary. So I'm going to be honest. It feels different at this age and a lot heavier to be starting to think about, oh gosh, I have to start over. I'm trying to be thinking about stability and retirement. That's what I was hoping this job would get me to. I would be able to creep through. But I'm hearing this same theme on a lot of these layoff videos of people of my age. We're not looking forward to going back into the job hunt. This is a very scary part of our chapter as older workers. Another thing I think that's making me a little nervous is it took me twice as long to land this job that I'm currently in compared to when I was in my 30s or 40s. I guess that's to be expected. Like when I say it out loud, it makes sense. But being on the other side of that, I used to throw my resume out there and I would be racking up interviews. I would be turning down interviews because I'm like, no, let me do these five over here first and see, what's going to happen. And then if not, I'll get back to them. Yeah, that's over. I've only been at this job for 2.5 years and I was just starting to find my rhythm, and now I'm thinking, oh gosh, if I have to do this job hunt again, will I even get hired this time? Will someone choose me as a 56-year-old Black woman? I got like 30 years of experience. I have a whole slew of experience. I have my doctorate. I'm really at the top salary range. So, will they have to even think about, I'm not going to bother to interview her because she's out of our salary range? Will I have to take a salary cut? Will I be demoted? I definitely think demotion is up. I don't know if I'll make it though, because they were saying some of the numbers. We did have a leadership team meeting today and we're losing about 40%, and then they're reorganizing the schools. So we had a K through we had an elementary, middle, and high, and they've eliminated the middle school positions. So they're doing a K6 and then they're doing a 712. So the elementary principal, they let her go a bit ago, but there will be a solid elementary school, no middle school, and then our high school, which I'm at the high school. However, you got to think about there was a middle school principal. So I am an AP at a high school. I'm in charge of one of my grade levels and several other programs. But that middle school principal, I mean, she technically should be getting first shot off of any job. So what I'm hearing though is that's not what they did. I am hearing, because I do have some people in the know, that they offered her, if you could believe this principal, they offered her a teaching job. To which she said, hell no. And then they offered her, that was before the Thanksgiving break. She took off a couple of days. She was ghost. And then she's back today, but she was not in this big meeting. Um, then I heard they offered her an AP position. So I'm like, okay. Although I'm hearing she turned that down too. So imagine if you were this woman, right? She has tons of experience. She's been running a middle school for well before I got here. She worked her way up the ladder only to be asked to say, oh, we do have a position for you, but it's back in the classroom. So you want her to go work alongside the teachers that she was managing for the last 5? I can't. It's not funny. I guess this is just me. I'm in shock. So I'm not going to lie, it sucks getting older in this profession, not because we lose our skills, because we get better. We know the rigmarole of your job as older workers. We've seen it come, we've seen it go. It's just that the market kind of devalues what older workers bring. And I definitely think it's all about money. It's not that they don't want our skills, because they want our skills. They just don't want to pay us for it. So I know I am a Pollyanna. I could be putting the cart before the horse. I don't think so. I see the writing on the wall. There are I think three, four, five, six. There's six AP positions throughout the entire K-12 system in my system. And there are only going to be three. And I was the last one hired, and I'm the highest paid AP there. So yeah, it's kind of writing on the wall. So I will be updating you guys on my progress, on my outcomes, because I need to talk this out so I don't panic. I'm not panicking yet. I have started going through my resume, which is a chore. Like I got to redo my resume. Now I got to start doing my job search. Searching for a job is a job. It is tiring. Not to mention, once you do, if you're lucky enough to get an interview, then you got to go through the interview process and the whole kissing ass and all of that, trying to sell yourself to a bunch of people. And then, really, when you get to a certain level, I think my level, they're going to bring in all the people who are qualified on paper. And then it really just boils down to personality fit, right? Depending upon the team interviewing you, and if they feel like, one, they can manage you. I always felt like that's an issue for me. I have so much experience. It was hard for me to get this job, as I said, because my boss, she had less experience than me. And I knew from the first moment we met that she was intimidated. She wanted to hire another young lady who had no experience so she can train her up, so she can feel like she was, the big one in charge. And here I am coming with all this experience. So I remember being very strategic in my interview, my last interview with her, saying, yeah, I know I can go for the principal position. That's not what I want to do right now. I'm trying to, ease back into it. I'm coming from higher ed. I want to slide back into it. I'm not looking to do the principal job. I'm not trying to take your job. I just want to relax a little bit and have some fun and do my job and do a good job. And I had to keep reassuring her that I am not going to be trying to override you. I know how to be an Indian. Of course, I've been a chief before, right? But I know how to be an Indian. So it took me a lot of that to get over it. But finally, and although I don't think she voted for me, her boss and her boss's boss, they were all in favor of me. And I think she just kind of got overruled. Now we bonded, and since I think she's gotten to see my style, that is not my thing. Like, if you're the principal, do you? I love being the second in charge, even though I run my own programs in my own grade levels. I love not having to be the last person. So for me, it works out. So I think she's gotten to see that, but yeah, she's not going to be fighting for me. So I'm going to end this because I'm rambling, because I'm nervous. So if you're going through this, older workers, scared of what's next, that feeling of pressure. Oh my God, what am I going to do? How am I going to get from 55, 56, 57? I'm trying to get to retirement, right? I'm trying to get to retirement. You are not alone. I see you. I feel you. We'll figure this part out together. And I will keep you updated. If you could leave me some comments, guys, I could use some encouraging comments of how I can still win in the workplace until I give this working up. So until the next video, until the next update, until I know something for sure, I'm going to keep sending my resumes out, looking for jobs, and hoping that things will work out. All right, take care. Bye.